Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So do me a favor before we dive into today's topics. If you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here with Astro Bot. The reviews are officially out, and it seems like Sony has a huge hit on their hands. Team Asobi is probably thrilled right now because as of right now, Astro Bot is the highest rated standalone game of 2024, achieving a 94 Metacritic score based off of 100 critic reviews, and every single review is positive. There's not a single mixed or negative review, and on OpenCritic, it's actually sitting at a 95, so even 1 point higher. And I think it's safe to say that Astro Bot is going to live up to the hype. A lot of people have been very excited and very eager to play this game and get their hands on it. And a lot of people, I think, were assuming that it was going to get good reviews. I thought it was going to get good reviews, but yesterday, my prediction was actually like an 87. So this definitely exceeded my expectations. A 94 is incredible, and it's now a Metacritic must play. And so I think it's safe to say that Astro Bot will be a front runner for Game of the Year. Whether or not it will be able to win Game of the Year, well, we're going to have to wait to find out, but that's going to be really interesting. Either way, though, this is great to see. It's kind of crazy to see how just a couple of days ago we had one of the lowest points for PlayStation with the announcement of, Concord getting shut down not even 2 weeks after it releases. And then just a couple days later, we're sitting here looking at a potential Game of the Year winner with Astro Bot. Now, the great news for Astro Bot beyond its critical acclaim is it's an amazing game. Everybody who played it is saying it's one of the funnest titles they've ever experienced. It's like a top tier platformer. I think VGC even said it's like the best 3D platformer we've gotten in the last decade. So just absolutely huge praise for what Team Asobi has achieved here. And I honestly couldn't be happier. We'll have to see how it sells. I did predict that if this game did really well critically, it would help boost the sales. And so I'm hoping it does do very well and it does sell very well, because I think it absolutely deserves it. I think that's clear. So yeah, had to be sure to cover this and let you guys know what's going on with Astro Bot. Let me know down in the comments below if you are surprised that it's sitting at a 94 and if you plan to play it. Moving on to the next topic, we have a very interesting rumor regarding the PlayStation 5 Pro announcement as well as the upcoming State of Play. This is being reported by WCCF Tech. They say the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be revealed early next week, according to rumors circulating online. Lunatic Ignis, who proved to be a somewhat reliable leaker in the past few months, correctly revealing, among other things, the May State of Play and Black Myth Wukong's expansions before the official announcements, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. He revealed today on their Discord server that the mid-generation refresh system from Sony is getting revealed next week, possibly on Tuesday or Wednesday. The console's reveal will be followed by a State of Play presentation later in the month, which will feature first-party games and potentially a world premiere, although there's the chance this premiere may be set for this year's Game Awards in December. So this is something I definitely wanted to cover for you guys, because I've been saying for a little bit now that it seems like Sony is going to jam-pack September with a lot of different announcements and a lot of different reveals. Astro Bot is coming out, the reviews are out, and people are loving it. But then we have the PS5 Pro. That's apparently coming week 2 of September. But then the State of Play is coming week 3. So, a lot of things going on in a very short period of time. But week 4 of September, it still doesn't end because Sony is also attending TGS. Now, the most interesting thing here to me is how there seems to be some kind of emphasis on first-party reveals at the State of Play. Now, this is the thing I'm going to be really waiting to see if it comes true, because I do think the State of Play rumor's true. I think the PS5 Pro reveal rumor's true, but I really want to know if Sony is planning to reveal some new first-party titles, because I've been saying for a while now that it would go a long way in boosting people's confidence and excitement around not only just the brand in general, but the PS5 Pro especially. You know, the thing you always need alongside new hardware, even if it is just a mid-gen refresh, is new software, new games. So, guys, I will be sure to keep you updated on this, but I had to let you know. Again, PS5 Pro reveal apparently next week. Not sure if it's going to be some kind of presentation or not, but then State of Play the week following, and apparently we can expect some first-party reveals. But moving on to the next topic, we are going to talk about Black Myth Wukong. This is again being reported by WCCF Tech. Black Myth Wukong is quickly becoming one of the most successful video game launches in recent times. In just 2 weeks, the action role-playing game by Game Science has sold nearly 20 million copies. Earlier today, Bloomberg confirmed the game sold 18 million copies in just 2 weeks of availability, making it one of the fastest-selling games ever released, quickly outselling in its initial run more popular games from established studios and franchises released recently. So, yeah, this is quite the achievement. It's actually insane. I mean, to be honest, 18 million in 2 weeks is almost unfathomable for a studio's first game. I don't know if we've ever seen anything quite like this, but to kind of celebrate this, apparently they did confirm that they do have an expansion in the works, and they are working on some type of DLC. So that's going to be coming at a later time, but I just had to be sure to update you on this because we heard that the game sold like over 10 million units in 3 days, which was absurd enough, but nearly 20 million in 2 weeks. I mean, there are definitely video game publishers around the world right now looking at this and just like, whoa, how do we do that, right? So crazy stuff there. Had to make sure you guys knew about it. Moving on to the next topic, though, we have some news on Silent Hill 2 Remake. This is being reported by GameSpot. It says Bloober Team's Silent Hill 2 Remake comes out in October, and the developer has shown off some interesting extras on social media. A recent post revealed an optional no UI mode, as well as a so-called 90s filter that adds large amounts of film grain, color correction, and other on-screen elements. As you can see in the post above, as they put it here, the two modes work together to create an aesthetic that is highly reminiscent of the original Silent Hill 2. Copious film grain and fog are two of Silent Hill's defining aesthetic traits, and the game did not feature any UI elements, not even a health bar. So this is something that I thought was actually really, really cool and certainly worth pointing out here. I think that Bloober Team is getting ready to level up here with the release of Silent Hill 2 Remake, but the fact that they're going above and beyond to add these elements, this 90s filter, so people who played the original and kind of want that more original aesthetic, they will be able to do that. This is something we've actually seen Konami do, or they announced that they're doing for Metal Gear Solid Delta as well, where you can kind of have the classic color palette as well as the camera angles. And so I just think it's awesome that they're doing it here for Silent Hill 2 Remake as well. But we're going to move on to the final topic of the video, which is an update on Helldivers 2 that I think a lot of people have kind of been waiting on. This is being reported by Push Square. It says Helldivers 2 players have been clamoring to face the Illuminate since the game launched earlier this year, with the technologically advanced civilization posing a serious threat to Super Earth in the original Helldivers. Briefly, scanners picked up the presence of an unidentified force on the galactic war map, but Arrowhead's CEO has dismissed these panic reports as fake news. On Reddit, actually just a few minutes ago, as of the time of this writing, the galactic war map registered 5 southern sectors as being occupied by an unidentified force. In-game, the developers waved this all away with one of its trademarks and disturbing dispatches. But yeah, as you can see with this image, a whole southern sector here, this could be a huge update for Helldivers 2, a whole new faction. I think that has the chance of bringing a lot of people back to the game. And so I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that and keep you up to date with it. And so we will have to wait for the official reveal or announcement. In fact, actually mentioning earlier that there's going to be a state of play, this actually seems like the perfect time for an announcement for a whole new faction, enemy faction for Helldivers 2. So don't be surprised if that's where we end up seeing it. But guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, Take care.